This is the former Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana, and you are watching the Nation Network. Be there. Arriba!
All right, good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome back to the Nation Network. It is time for the WWE Raw here in WrestleVerse. WrestleVerse is the program where there are no limits, no time limits, no time zone limits, no timeline limits.
Champion contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Austin Theory.
A-Town himself, Austin Theory, stepping into the ring. He'll be our first competitor of the evening as we've got a great lineup of action coming your way, ladies and gentlemen.
Austin Theory has been on a rocket ride to the top. He's current United States champion. The title not around his waist, but what do you expect? It's 2K.
Death, taxes, and 2K blowing it. Things you can count on in life. Want to welcome everyone joining us here live tonight. We've got Neil Hooper in the house. Infrared TV is here as well. Joining us, we've got Chuck and Juan Cordero. Welcome, everybody.
Well, see, somebody can forget his title at home.
And his opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, one half of the World Unified Tag Team Champions. Of course, his tag team partner, Kevin Owens. But tonight, this is a one-on-one matchup.
Well, that's one thing about Sami. He's definitely used to individual singles matches. He's done quite a bit of that over his career. He's had a lot of success as well. So that will be nothing new for him. A lot of times when you take a tag team wrestler and put him in a singles match, it's a little bit foreign when you have tag team specialists. But in this case, you're not going to have that scenario. So if Austin Theory thinks for a moment he's going to have an advantage over Sami Zayn, he better think again.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and we meet right in the middle of the ring, and it is Austin Theory kicking things off with a series of shots and follows it up with a nice suplex.
Going for a cover early on, but I assure you that is not going to be enough to keep him down.
Well, Theory making a big mistake right there, celebrating way too early.
You say early, some people might say premature.
And I'm going to let that one slide.
Indeed, that's what she said.
DDT off the ropes. And now Zayn with a drop kick to the side of the head. And boy, oh boy, the momentum, how quickly it turns here in the world of professional wrestling.
Especially here at WrestleVerse, where there are no limits. It's not that no holds are barred, it's that no one is barred.
Face first, and look at this. Sami Zayn's got him caught.
The clutch outside the ring right now, and he's got it deep.
While you're not going to get a victory that way, you can definitely do a significant amount of damage to your opponent while he's in that compromised position.
Well, Austin Theory had a compromised position idea of his own with that DDT here on the floor.
Well, both of these men just doing way too much celebrating, I believe, at this point in the match, and it's costing both of them. Nice springboard off the middle rope, and Sammy caught him with a DDT.
Another nice suplex done right there. I'll tell you what, Sammy has probably, no question about it, he's been doing this a lot longer. And I would have to believe that at some point in time, Sami Zayn's experience advantage is going to take over. Austin Theory's best likeliness of getting a win here tonight is to take advantage of his youth and get a quick pinfall.
Drop kick off the springboard, and Theory just ate that one.
Oh, he's been busted open, and that DDT is not going to help that cut in any way.
Sami Zayn shoots the leg for the cover, gets one, he's got two, and Theory got a shoulder up. Wow, look at the cut on the right side, and Sammy goes right to work on it.
Yeah, he saw blood, man, just like a shark in the water. And now they exchange right here in the middle of the ring.
Theory continues to clutch that injury, and he's had enough. Austin Theory doesn't want anything to do with Sami Zayn at this point in the match.
Who can blame him? He is getting beat from pillar to post.
Oh, look at this!
That's Jake the Snake Roberts.
No one is barred, and there's the drop kick by Sami Zayn.
Crossing the timeline right here on WrestleVerse.
Shoulders are down, referee's there for the count, there's two!
He just barely got a shoulder off the canvas on that one.
Sami Zayn now going to work on the leg, the ankle, and the knee specifically of Austin Theory.
He's bringing him down from top to bottom, first the head, now the leg. Theory getting a lot more than he planned in this match, and that Jake the Snake Roberts moment definitely going to ring in his memory.
Oh, what a tremendous move. A-Town and down, hook in the leg, gets one, two, and the U.S. champion almost had the win. Austin Theory very upset with the referee right now. Once again, welcome to everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network tonight. Blaze Radio in the house along with Chuck.
And again, attacking that leg. Sammy is so close to the ropes, though, it's only a matter of time. He doesn't even need it, turns it in, and then fires away with some hard right hands.
Big clothesline and another one. Ducks it out, comes up to Sami Zayn, and another springboard drop kick. He's used that move successfully a number of times in this match already. Theory is in a whole world of trouble. He caught him with a sit-out mom, but did not go for the cover as we normally would see. And it's a haluva kick.
That should be enough to knock him out, and the U.S. champ about to lose to the tag team champ.
Well, you called that one. Sami Zayn with a big win, but I've got a funny feeling Austin Theory's mind right now is on Jake the Snake Roberts and why he came out here and got involved in this match in the first place.
Well, it was all good for A-Town as long as he was in the advantage, but as soon as he got busted open, all he wanted to do was get the hell out of Dodge, and he was going to head up that ramp and call it a night. Jake Roberts decided, no, get your ass back in the ring.
Big win for Sami Zayn here tonight to kick off Raw. We'll be back with plenty more action in just a moment. Stay right where you are. In 1982, he fought for his life.
Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
In 1985, he fought for his country. In 1988, he fought for his friend. In 2008, he fought for freedom. In 2019, they drew last blood. And now, in 2023. And if you think that's messed up, wait until you see the reboot of Transformers. All right, fans, we're back with our next matchup as we take a look at Dolph Ziggler.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Dirty Dogs from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
One half of the Dirty Dogs. Dolph Ziggler, one of the most talented men on the roster here tonight.
He's one of the most talented on the roster any given night. At some point in time, they might actually give him a fair break around here.
Fans, we want to remind everybody, right now available on Community Creations, Ultra Pro Wrestling Superstars. You can download them by searching for hashtag OneNation. And here comes his tag team partner, Robert Roode.
And his partner, representing Dirty Dogs from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the glorious Robert Roode.
Indeed, the glorious one himself, and the other half of the Dirty Dogs, Robert Roode.
Well, they may be the Dirty Dogs, but they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight because there is no easy nights when you're here in WrestleVerse. It is sing-along night with the Rude One.
Indeed, this capacity crowd singing Robert Roode to the ring. And here comes one half of their opposition.
And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 270 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
Well, we said no one is barred, but that also goes based on timeline performance. We're looking at a very young Brock Lesnar here.
Well, indeed, the experience level not up there at this point in time, but he is still one legitimate beast.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Oh, and let's take a look at who he chose as a tag team partner.
Houston, Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, Booker T.
Timelines be damned. Booker T is here on Raw as a tag team partner to Brock Lesnar.
Well, we talked earlier on about those that have tag team experience versus singles experience, and Booker T is one of those guys that is absolutely well-versed in both. You might argue equally. One half of Harlem Heat dominated the tag team scene in the WCW for a number of years, multi-time world tag team champion, and of course, he is also a 5-time world champion.
Booker T has proven time and time again he can do it all. And with a tag team partner like Brock Lesnar, this promises to be a very interesting matchup, especially for the more common tag team of the Dirty Dogs. These are guys who've been working together for a while now, know each other very well, have some sound strategy, but they're going to give up the size and strength across the board, especially against this man, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, the size and strength, there's just no way about it. The only chance the Dirty Dogs have in my book is if they're able to outperform them in a tag team match. That means cut the ring in half. That means keep your opponent in your half of the ring and work on your 5 count. Get as much damage in with a 2-on-1 advantage as possible.
Well, all of that is definitely the kind of strategy I would expect if they had a manager in their corner. But in the meantime, belly-to-back suplex takes Robert Roode right out of the equation as soon as he tags into the match. I would have to think he's given up over 50 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about weight classes here, there's no comparison. Lesnar is a legitimate super heavyweight beast.
Now Robert Roode goes over and makes the tag once again, bringing Ziggler back in. And there's some of the quickness on display that Dolph Ziggler would have the advantage in, and hasn't really done that much, though. As you see, Brock Lesnar easily shaking off the offense of Ziggler and right back to being in control. Look at this suplex, hanging him up there for almost 30 seconds. Lesnar goes for the cover, too close to the ropes. Ziggler, oh, nice move right there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Roode taking advantage of the fact that Lesnar's in his corner and got a sucker shot in it. But again, Lesnar blows it off. Didn't even acknowledge Roode. He's all business, and he stays right on top of Ziggler. That's the right way to do it. Now, the only difference is I take him out of that corner and bring him over to your partner.
And now Roode comes in and gets a clothesline on Brock Lesnar, goes for the cover, and I could have told you he wasn't going to get him on that one.
No, not even close. You got to do a lot more damage than that.
And now Lesnar has collapsed into the corner. The Beast is injured.
Well, at the end of the day, he is still a man. And we knew that they would have to pull out some special chicanery if they were going to get an advantage on Lesnar. And right now, look at this. Roode not done.
Robert Roode continues to attack Lesnar and now turns his attention to Booker T. Wow, very impressive by Robert Roode. And Booker T now with a spinneroonie comes right back up and drops Roode with a DDT.
It's one of the most basic moves in professional wrestling nowadays, but it does so much damage. You drop a man right on the crown of his head. And I can tell you right now, this mat, if you want to call it that, it doesn't provide you much.
Nice sunset flip off the middle rope, and to your point, there are 2x4 planks running underneath that mat. Goes for the cover, gets a 1 count, and there's only about 1.5 inches of actual padding on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, it is not forgiving, and this is not a trampoline.
Reaches up, makes the tag, and again, that's where tag team wrestling comes in handy. Booker T should know better and should have cut the ring in half. Instead, Dolph Ziggler comes in as a fresh man and takes Booker T down early on. Ziggler's a former world champion in his own right, although not quite the impressive resume when it comes to singles matches that Booker T owns, but he has proven on the right occasion he can get the job done.
I'd say right now the Dirty Dogs have done a really good job of evening this match up. They've taken the momentum and swung it back in their favor.
Yeah, there it is right there, the X Factor. And Booker T back on his feet trying to figure out what just happened. And he watches Ziggler escape the scene of the crime. Bobby Roode all the way over the top rope and to the floor. And now Lesnar going to join him here by the broadcast table.
Just keep it in the ring, boys. Keep it in the ring.
We've got bodies down outside the ring, one from each member. And now we've got Roode and Booker T going at it here on the floor. Big back heel kick right there by Booker T, taking Robert Roode down. Roode comes up though with a neck breaker, and now it is Brock Lesnar, who is struggling in the match. Kicks out on the count of one.
See, Lesnar's been on the receiving end of a bunch of offense. And surprisingly, with his NCAA wrestling background and that pedigree, he has not been able to come up with some good reversal opportunities. Here's another one right there. German suplex. But normally we see that from Lesnar, and this time we're seeing it from Ziggler.
Follows it up with a Russian leg sweep, and right now the youth versus experience factor, and Ziggler's using that experience, as is Roode. But here comes the youth, the power, and the strength of Brock Lesnar. Triple powerbomb might be enough. Ziggler comes out the back.
2 and 3 corner. Boy, oh boy, was that close.
Shout out to DHCW in the house, joining us here live on the Nation Network tonight. As Lesnar brings him up again. Another power bomb.
Well, once again, he's in the wrong part of town. You want to bring him over to your corner.
Ziggler able to counter. Dropping Brock Lesnar on the back of his head with that inverted DDT. And now a stunned Lesnar gets clotheslined by Robert Roode. Nice duck by Roode. Rear waistlock, what's he got in mind here? Oh, side headlock and a cheap shot. And now Roode going after Booker T, but that didn't happen.
Look at Lesnar, man, down in the corner. Not a scene that we would have expected. I wouldn't have expected it.
No, I don't think anybody would have expected to see what we're seeing right now. Now Roode going to the eyes.
Well, that's a great equalizer right there, because bottom line, I don't care how big and tough and strong you are. If you can't see, you can't fight.
Lesnar powering his way out of the grasp. And he's got Roode. Fall away slam sends Roode crashing across the ring, and now Lesnar comes over to make the tag once again to Booker T. It is truly pick'em time in this match. Both teams have really done a good job of having opportunities. Which one is going to make the mistake that's going to lead to the pinfall or submission? That is the question.
All right, now Booker is ready to put this thing to bed. Can he do it?
The bookend! And now Ziggler comes in and makes the save. Otherwise, this one would have been finished.
No doubt about it. Booker T's not done, though. He goes right to the top.
Harlem hangover. Didn't catch it very well.
There was a grazing blow. The heel struck Roode in the head.
And that was enough for the victory. Oh, the Dirty Dogs are not happy about that one. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, the McMahons! They are poking fun of the Dirty Dogs.
That ain't gonna sit well.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer. 20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God make us please the USA.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
All right, fans, we've got The Rock, the leader of the Samoan dynasty, is right here on Raw.
Victorious at WrestleMania in the big War Games match. He's on cloud 9. However, by being victorious didn't do him any good because Hogan still has their world championship.
From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock.
Well, indeed he does, but that's what this is all about because The Rock has now turned his focus right back here to the Big E. There's another competitor that has a world championship that The Rock has now set his eyes on, and that, of course, is the one-year reigning Macho Man Randy Savage.
Indeed, the Macho Man, not just the world champion, but the European champion. No one's been able to beat this guy for almost a year now.
He may still be considered the people's champ, but that is not enough for this man. We've seen the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship sticking around the waist of Umaga and Rikishi as the leader. He feels it is necessary to have the World Championship.
Well, he made a very big statement at the War Games match at WrestleMania. They embarrassed, in many people's opinion,
Weighing in at 239 pounds, the WWE European Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, Savage has elected to leave the world title, perhaps in the locker room. Not sure where that's at.
well, perhaps he's afraid that we've seen some stuff go on when it comes down to the Samoan dynasty. I mean, they did a little bit of running away with championship titles at the hands of the NWO. So perhaps he feels like, hey, if they're going to run off with anything, it's going to be the European title, not the world title.
That indeed is the championship that he's held the longest right there, the Macho Man.
Oh, isn't that cute? He's holding up both titles, but you can only see one. Great job, 2K, you bunch of pricks.
Brought to you by the wonderful world of 1.08 patches. Macho Man starting this thing off with a body slam, and now look at this. From behind, the People's Champ with the belly to back suplex. Want to welcome Big JH joining us here live on the Nation Network as The Rock goes in with a sleeper hold.
Oh, the Macho Man able to get to the ropes, and it's a lucky thing because I don't care what part of the match we're in. Somebody slaps on a sleeper hold, and it could be the end of the night.
Savage baited him in, caught him with that big elbow, and falls up with another elbow. Once again, this is WrestleVerse. It's not about no holds barred, it's about no one barred. We see legends of past and present colliding right here on Raw tonight. Stepping back through the ropes, and The Rock with an elbow, or I beg your pardon, a knee to the midsection. And now an atomic knee drop.
Inverted atomic knee drop, but that time it was a totally different effect.
Both of these men, highly accomplished professional wrestlers. When you talk about the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, both of these names are going to be in the conversation for sure.
Not only the conversation, but they might both be on the mount.
And now The Rock thought he had him down. Decided to celebrate a little too early.
And now the Macho Man guilty of the exact same thing. It's a theme that we see played over and over again.
Going for the cover now, gets a 1 count. Macho Man able to kick out, but he looks a little bit more beaten down than perhaps he is. Hard to tell.
Well, if he's not, he's hiding it well because he really does seem like he's been beaten. Oh, look at this! Submission hold!
The Rock steps through. He's got that scorpion on. The Macho Man too far away from the ropes. He's going to have to come up with some other way out.
Oh, he's able to turn in. That's the only way to remove the pressure, and he does. Boy, was that a close call for the champ.
Now, what do you think of a move like that? If you're the world champion and the European champion in a non-title match, does it not behoove you just to perhaps tap out and live to fight another day rather than risk the possibility of a long-lasting injury that could cost you one or both of those titles?
Well, it's definitely a decision to be made, and I wouldn't blame Savage if he would have tapped out on that whole. Number one, it's just a devastating maneuver. We know that. But number two, like you said, it's a non-title match. Who cares? It's better to do that than to run the risk of an injury that could indeed take you out.
Elbow right to the small of the back by the People's Champ. And now the crowd solidly behind Rocky, at least for the moment.
Yeah, that momentum can swing at any point in time as well. There's a lot of fair weather fans we've noticed around here.
I don't know that they're fair weather fans. I think the reality is that they just respect both of these guys for what they do in the ring.
Or in this case, outside the ring.
Macho Man Randy Savage going to have to beat the count back in as the referee has reached 7 and Savage is not getting up.
An incredibly slow count by the referee, but Savage will be back in before the count of 10.
And gets caught with a devastating clothesline, and now The Rock. Cover, hooks the leg. Will that be enough? He just got a massive victory over the world champion.
Savage not too happy.
The Macho Man offering his hand to the People's Champ. Oh, The Rock wants nothing to do with it.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's happy about the win, and The Rock is not going to give an ounce.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts. You give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
All right, fans, we are back, and what a night it's been.
We are still moving along here tonight. This is Raw. What a great night. Great night for professional wrestling here on the Nation Network. Want to welcome and thank everybody for joining us here live tonight.
We're going to get a look right now at the reigning, defending Universal World Heavyweight Champion.
Mixed reaction from this crowd. Roman Reigns recently coming off with a big win at WrestleMania over Cody Rhodes, and boy, oh boy, these fans are not happy about that.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by their special counsel, Paul Heyman, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Well, you heard it, undisputed, and at this point in time, whether you like him or not, you can't argue as he's approaching 1,000 days as the champion.
Let that settle in for just a moment there, because when you are the champion, you don't have nights off. Every match is a #1, a top-tier contender for the world title. And when you look at the names that Reigns has been in the ring with, defending that title for the past nearly 1,000 days, those names include Brock Lesnar, they include Cody Rhodes, they include Seth Rollins, they include Sami Zayn. The list goes on and on.
The Tribal Chief looking over the arena, almost in disdain for the reception that he's receiving from this capacity crowd.
Well, they're not happy. We know that.
The head of the table. Look at the look in those eyes.
That is a stare of a killer.
While the title's not on the line here tonight, any night where the world champion, especially the unified champion, is going to be in action is a special occasion event. And there is no difference here with this one tonight. Well, here comes the opposition. He's a man who is no stranger to being world champion in Rey Mysterio.
And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Well, Mysterio just gives up so much size and strength. And while both of these guys at this point in their careers are veterans, I would say Rey's a whole lot closer to retirement than Roman Reigns is.
Hard to argue with that, but at the same point in time, when you watch Rey Mysterio in the ring, it doesn't look like he has lost a step at all. And there's the bell, and action underway, and Roman Reigns wasting no time at all. Big headbutt. Into a Samoan drop.
Just pushed him right into the corner, and Roman right now dominating Rey.
Wants Mysterio back up on his feet. He got him. A clothesline. And Mysterio comes off the ropes, but nobody home. Roman Reigns with a capture suplex, fall away style. Early on, Rey Mysterio just absorbing a lot of punishment in this one and has no answer for the Tribal Chief.
Well, Reigns is just not at all impressed thus far. Not showing a whole lot of respect for Rey Mysterio as he is one-handedly beating him down.
Oh, the top rope! Oh, my goodness! The Tribal Chief just went sailing!
Air Roman, and it landed right on top.
Mysterio's in a lot of trouble after that one. And Roman Reigns now, look at this. Choking him out on that top rope, slingshots him back to the middle of the ring. Mysterio with some elbows to the midsection, finally breaking the hold. And has, oh, look at this. Roman, without any effort, shoves him off, but there's the Hurricane Rana.
Another big headbutt finding its mark, and Mysterio continues to take the punishment here as the Tribal Chief is making a statement.
He just clobbers Mysterio. From the middle rope, and Reigns crashing down.
Oh, this one's over.
He loads up, Superman punch. Heyman watching on, and he loves what he's seeing right here. There's the spear, hooks the leg. He kicked out.
What?
He kicked out.
How in the world?
Reigns went for the big boot, he missed. And there's a DDT. The Tribal Chief is stunned. And now Rey Mysterio comes up with another tornado DDT.
Well, the Tribal Chief better figure something out right now because Rey just got his second win. And he took the best Roman has to give.
Reigns went for the Superman. Nobody was home. Lost sight of Mysterio in the process. Give all the credit in the world to Rey Mysterio for fighting back in this match. It looked like it was all over.
It should have been all over. How many times you see somebody survive that offense? That Superman punch puts almost everybody out.
Oh, the clothesline! The Tribal Chief now with some words for Rey Mysterio. Nice Hurricane Rana, and Mysterio once again has an advantage. Goes for the cover, gets one. Out the back door. Rear waistlock. What's Mysterio going to do here? Reverse DDT. Wow, nicely done. And now Mysterio attacking the leg, the ankle, and the knee.
Smart move right there, because what Mysterio gives up in size and strength, he's going to have to come up with something else. And if he can take one of the wheels out from underneath Roman Reigns, that's going to give him a fighting chance, especially with the way he's come back in this one.
Boy, this crowd loving what they're seeing out of Rey Mysterio. The never say die as he goes all the way to the top. Arm drags the champion across the ring. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg.
Reigns comes up before the referee can count one. And that's going to be a problem because now all Mysterio has is a very upset Tribal Chief.
Here's that drop kick again, and Reigns reaching for the ropes. Paul Heyman with a very concerned look on his face. Oh, jawbreaker! Follows it up with a neck breaker. Now Roman Reigns. Sizing him up. Look at this. Went for the drop kick. Didn't happen. Roman has him across the shoulders.
Flapjack lays him out.
Heyman over there telling him what to do. Gave the command. He wants the Superman punch. Not going to happen.
Rey Mysterio must be part cat.
Inverted destroyer. There's the Superman punch. Reigns cannot believe the fight he has been in here this evening.
We look at the way this match started out, and it looked like it was going to be a short night for the Tribal Chief.
Over the top again, and he wipes him out. Reigns up into the crucifix bomb.
Well, if that doesn't keep him down, I don't know what will.
Throwing up the one. As Mysterio makes it back through the ropes. Another DDT, and I'll tell you what, he hasn't had a lot of offense maintained, but that which he has landed has been almost all damaging to the head of the Tribal Chief. Paul Heyman watching on as Reigns gets ready with another spear. Can he kick out again?
I highly doubt it. We might need a stretcher after that one.
Roman Reigns with a destructive force.
Again, Rey Mysterio has got to be able to hold his head high after this one.
What a devastating win it was. Rey Mysterio looks like he might need some medical attention after this one. He survived more than anyone we've ever seen against Roman Reigns.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, fans, time for the main event.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Jey Uso, representing the Usos from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Uso.
Somebody want to explain that one?
I'm going to presume they stole those from Sammy and Kevin in the locker room. Because if that's not the case, then it's 2K's fault. And, well, we know that couldn't be the case.
Patch Notes 1.08 divides the tag team titles back up. Check.
Shout out to Letty Wrestling joining us here live. This is our main event of the evening. What a tremendous night it's been here as part of WrestleVerse. This is the main event. Jey Uso ready to go one-on-one. Well, we mentioned it earlier on. It was just a couple of weeks back at WrestleMania that this man came so close to becoming the new world champion.
It was a hell of a match, hell of an effort, but yeah, just short of grabbing the brass ring and realizing the dream.
And his opponent, representing Dudes with Attitude from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
The American Nightmare. Firing up this crowd, and he is looking for a taste of revenge here tonight against members of the Bloodline. It is like the 4th of July in here tonight.
Well, we just saw Roman tested like none before. And don't think Cody wasn't watching that match, because he knows it's just a matter of when. He knows that there will be another match in his future for that title.
All right, bell sounds, and this one's officially underway. Jimmy outside the ring, and you have to be careful of that if you're Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, well, we all know that anytime members are ringside from the Bloodline, they are part of the match, whether you want to believe that or not.
Cody with a suplex, nicely done. Jay back on his feet. Cody right there to meet him. Goes for another suplex, perhaps. No, turns it into a gourd buster.
Wonder where he would have learned a move like that from.
And now attacking the arm. We hear the introduction to Cody Rhodes where it says there is more than one royal family in professional wrestling. He grew up in this business. His father, the legendary Dusty Rhodes, he has been shoulder to shoulder since the time he could walk, with names just like Arn Anderson, Magnum TA, Ric Flair, Dick Murdoch. These were people that he saw on a regular basis growing up.
That's right, when the time came to, they also helped coach him along. Got him his start here in professional wrestling.
Let's not forget his brother as well, Dustin Rhodes, was there to play a pivotal role in the introduction to professional wrestling, as the referee's count has reached 7 now. Jey Uso gonna get inside the ring and beat the count. And now both men will reset the count. Uso got him up with a Samoan drop, and that's a family heirloom if ever there were one.
You know, Jay wrestling in there with those chains around his neck. Better be careful. Assuming it doesn't get caught on the rope or something like that, Cody might just accidentally use that to his advantage.
Cody's got him down now. Crossface. Uso's foot was under the bottom rope. Referee caught that and will break the hold. Alabama slam right there. And now Rhodes attacking the knee. Again going for that crossface, but again the long legs saving Jey Uso.
Oh, look at this nice move right here. Could it be Vertebreaker?
It is. Cody caught up with a crossroads. Hook to the leg. Will that be enough for the win? He's got one. He's got two. He's got a victory.
That's our main event right there. What a victory for Cody.
Here's your winner, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
A major victory for Cody Rhodes here tonight in the main event. A little taste of revenge. Thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week for more action here on WrestleVerse.